storyline. I don't know if it's reading or not. Let's. What's that? Go. A black book.
The thorn fails. The thorn finds the blue rose. A name from a forgotten past. Back when even the idea of tomorrow meant nothing. Days when the present, shaped by dust, air, passing scenery, felt like the entirety of life. Looking back, perhaps I was arrogant. Either imagine that even the present could one day end. A flood point! Everyone, fall back! Terrifying screams. And desperate eyes pleading for help. The dread that everyday life might disappear. Helplessness and despair can paralyze a person and steal their breath away. You alright? We'll take it from here. Leave the rest to us. The maids of Candle Square are here to help. When descended light saves them. Oh, then descended a light that saved them from it all. A cold, empty light, so faint, came closer to a shadow. What awaits at the far end of that light was tomorrow.
This is how. Okay, so we learned about Clara's story. Oh,
Yes, come in. Clara? Everything alright? Is something the matter? You're responsible for the library archives, aren't you? There are reasons standing there.
I don't know why I gave her that.
That you right out, Clara. But another time be better? Oh, I see. It's not the word worry. It's not worth it. Over. I'm alright. Now then, what was it? Us. Well, actually, I happened to find this book. I checked the library catalog through it early, but it didn't anywhere. I figured it was worth bringing attention. Look, no catalog entry. Impossible. There shouldn't be any books here that aren't listed. Look during the process. I suppose that's possible, but I've never seen a book quite like this among the recent arrivals. Also, any new books would have required your approval. Why the whole thing's rather odd. That's so. A black hardcover book with neither title nor description. It's certainly unusual. If such a suspicious book had brought in, I would have inspected it personally. Perhaps it didn't belong to Candle Square at all, was left behind by an outside visitor. Check its content? No, not at all. Like you said, I thought it might be someone's belonging, personal property. The book was inside the return box next to the library entrance. Although there's one thing that bothers me. I was the one that locked the library yesterday and then this morning. There definitely wasn't anything in the return. Anything at all? Perhaps have any idea about this? Hard to say. I have to look. I'll have to look into it. I'll take the custody of the book to return to you two. As usual, I appreciate it if you didn't mention this. We don't need rumors spreading. I can't read. Yes, understood. Look. No catalog entry. There's something unsettlingly familiar about it. Wow, this feels like a book. This feels less like a book. It's more like... What? Can I open it? Someone glue the pages together or something? Hey, that strange feeling just now. That now. Between this and the fact that it won't open, it feels almost like a warning telling me not to look inside. What? Yeah.
Normal. I was not expecting a second Clara.
What did she say? Duplicator. Doppelganger. Duplicator, wrong word. I rushed over because of the commotion, and now you're saying what? Of course, I could be mistaken. Perhaps my eyes playing tricks. So, definitely saw someone, didn't you? And not just anyone. Looks just like yourself, another you. Given how exhausted I've been recently, I can't say with certainty, but you're correct. The person I saw looked exactly like myself. So, does that mean you fought yourself, Clara? I heard whatever it was within reach added, and it disappeared. That broken cup at your feet, evidence enough. Huh? Oh, yeah, I see it now. Not just one Clara, but Claras. What is that? What did you just say? What? It's nothing. I was just thinking about how I should personally handle it if such a thing occurs again. I should go dispose of this broken cup. You all carry on with your discussion. Broke the cup. What's with that lizard that time? Let her do as she. I doubt she'll cause any problem. Clara, if I could, I feel like it's always like I always feel like she's deep tone, but she's actually, or like dead tone or like dead tone, like it's like weird tone. Miss Clara, if I may make a suggestion, perhaps we ask the orbital search team for assistance matter. They assist us during the instance with Alade when something similar occurred. From what I've heard, they've been tracking an unusual case around Noah. Yes, I've heard that they've been looking into the matter ever since. Picture boop, 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 boop. Tick, you Chicxulub, ever since the Chicxulub Hall incident. That said, your memory appears to be. I heard you another hunting quest with Trish, since perhaps that would improve your memory. Yeah, precisely. As you perceptive as ever, Clara. Hold on. Getting help is fine, but shouldn't we contact our own investigation first? Of course. We don't know we don't know yet whether anyone else has experienced it. I prefer we keep it to this matter quiet for a minute. Let's ask around without drawing attention, and if anyone else comes forward, we can decide then whether this was nothing than a harmless occasion. And what if we uncover something meaningful? And we will request the orbital search team. Belle and Claire like almost fine. After finishing my shift, I dropped by the library before calling it a day. Huh? Asking why I stopped by the library? I might not say. Anyways, after spending some time there, I went back to my room. But when I got back, I found someone in my room, standing there in the dark. I assumed it was my roommate and thought, what's she doing in the dark? So I turned on the light, and there was someone who looked exactly like me, smiling at me like something out of a nightmare. Don't even get me started. The maid in charge of the library and I spent the whole day dusting the library, wiping down the windows and updating the catalogs one book at a time. Once we finally finished, both of us clocked out and returned to our quarters. I returned to my room thinking I washed up and head straight to bed. But something felt off. I heard water running from the shower. I thought maybe I I left the shower running before work, and sure enough, it was on. When I looked into the mirror, there was another me standing behind me. Another, seeing more and more sightings about these doppelgangers. In fact, the maid in charge of the library was even found unconscious yesterday and taken to the hospital.
Wait, the one who talked to you wasn't the maid?
I was hoping this would be more than a personal misunderstanding. At this point, there's no denying that something is wrong. Scarlet, we're done with the scary parts. You can stop clinging to Emily now.
What are you talking about? I wasn't clinging to anyone. I was clinging to her.
Zach, you latched onto my arm 6 seconds with the dark room part.
What do you think this is? A ghost story around a candle? Honestly, get a grip.
Honestly, I feel like that's her better voice.
Or like making her voice.
Miss Clara, as your orders, I reached out to the search.
Wait, why did they switch the thing? Yeah, wasn't it the orbital search team earlier? Yeah. Ah, this doesn't seem right.
To the search orbital team.
Oh, okay, never mind. That makes more sense. Why it was...
It's orbital search team. Right. I reached out to the orbital search team 3. Are you sure that you contacted them? I believe I did. If only the hunter quest made your memories last a little longer. Never mind. I'll confirm the matter with you myself. In any case, that's not our priority right now. Let's review what we know about these doppelgangers incidents in Candle Square. While each report differs slightly, the more noticeable detail is, every victim so far appears to have some connection to the library or the Black Book.
And where's this Black Book that's causing all the trouble?
I locked it away in the office vault where no one could get to it. Most likely source of the incident. Can't risk leaving it inaccessible. Things escalate any further, I may have to consider closing the library and even the office. Even as Emily suggested, I'll be requesting from Orbital Search Team 3. All we can do is hope Candle Square remains calm until then. So you're saying the suspect went through this area? Apparently so. Nothing unnormal showed up in our observation, but we can't ignore reports. Area right near the parameter of Noah's divine barrier? Why would anyone what would anyone be doing all the way out here? Go a little further and run into a void one wouldn't surprise. Apparently some people seek this place out because no one's around, couples and such. What exactly would they do out here? I really don't actually forget it.
Well, that's supposedly why the town's guards patrol this area from time to time.
Look, someone's standing outside the divine barrier. What? What in the world? Hey, you there! What are you doing over there? Put down whatever you're holding and come over here. It's dangerous outside the barrier, so let's get you inside. Forgive me, but I have no choice. By the time you wake up, it will all be over.
Oh, it is continuation. Okay. So this is chapter 5 point act 2. Chapter 5 act 2. He came back already. That was very quick.
Let's start. Where does that first?
I should need to go that way. I need to do like that. Because I still don't remember how she actually talked.
Alright, I'll start with the... I agree that this Black Book is most likely caused by the doppelganger. Not as much.
But if you're asking whether it's the same type of disaster we've seen before, it doesn't really feel that way.
How so? Is there something different about it? Starters, for starters, actually, our observers are supposed to act before disaster. Not necessarily before any warning signs, but if something has the potential to become a disaster, us observers are the first to act based on the observed data. Never observe any indicators pointing toward a disaster in Candle Square. That's so. Is that so? Still, we shouldn't rule anything out yet. Things can change quickly. Candle Square has never experienced anything close to a disaster before, though, right? And that's probably thanks to the excellent Master Maid keeping things under control. Acting, Master Maid, actually. All I'm doing on the work established by them. Fair enough. Maybe I'm being complicit, but I don't think it'll turn into anything serious. My instincts are usually right, occasionally in the most inconvenient way possible. Of course, I'll still take this matter seriously. I'm merely speculating that this isn't a disaster level threat. It's still unusual. We'll take this black book and examine it ourselves. Sounds good? Certainly. I appreciate this. Certainly, I appreciate the assistance, Robelia. Miss Roberta? Berta. It's nothing. We'll get in touch later and go over the details. Excuse me. May I speak with Miss Robelia? Luke, what are you doing here? Miss Robelia, you have an emergency. Serious. A moment, please. What is it? What? How could that be even? Damn it. We'll move out at once. Get the team ready. Sorry, Clara. An emergency came up that requires our immediate response. Could you keep the book safe until I return? That won't be a problem, but... Thank you. Thank you for cooperation, Clara. Sorry for barging in like this. Oh, not at all. Think nothing of it. Anything, we're the ones. Gratitude. As requested, I'll make sure the book remains sealed as it is. Thank you, Clara. Alright, let's move out. What's with those two? They're practically bolted out of here. They look terrified. Apparently something urgent came up. Unfortunately, I didn't have the chance to ask for... It looks like the investigation delayed until the clock. I see. So that's the black book, huh? That's about as pitch black as a book can get. Come to think of it, this must be your first time seeing it. I tried to open it again before Miss Carnelia appeared, but it still wouldn't budge. We've made much faster progress if we only knew what was written inside it. It won't open. Let me see it. Won't open. Let me see it. Wait. B. Well? Clara, where did you said this was found? I was told it was discovered in the library. Then it's been stored in my office vault. Clara, carefully. This book, it's sealed with a spell from the Rise family. The seal isn't that old either. Less than 5 years old, I'd say. Sealed. Rise family magic. Rise family magic. There it is. That explains it. No wonder it felt familiar and unsettling at the same time. That creepy book was the source of it all. You can tell it just by looking at it. Right here, the spell is inscribed along the spine in black ink. It's a sealing method unique to the Rise family. It's designed so only the caster can break it. You give it like a lock. I see. Most people would never notice unless they knew what to look for. Assuming the book's owner and caster are the same period, then this book might belong to someone from the Rice family. It isn't mine. I say it belongs to someone we know all to. But Miss Caroline,
Why can't I say her name all of a sudden? Carnelia.
but but when Miss Carolia disappeared, no such book was found among her. If this belonged to her, why would it appear now? Only now. What could possibly be written inside it?
Exactly. But we're about to find out once I break the seal. Hold on. This book is likely the key to everything that's happening. We don't even know what's written inside. Clearing the risk, it would be better to open it with the Orbital Search Team 3 present. Clara, I know you're thinking the same thing I am. We all know Carnelia isn't missing anymore. Clara, he literally showed up right in front of us. Oh, in front of you. Which means we should find out why she showed up. And if that's the reason, and if there's a reason, then I don't want to know what made. Don't you? And if there's a reason, don't you want to know what made her like that?
Of course I do.
More than anyone else, but are you afraid that you might find out she wasn't the person you remember?
I expect you to snap at me.
Letting it go? Only it would be the perfect chance to give you a piece of my mind. I felt the same way. Or I left for Argon. Arganon. Saying that wrong. I say Argon. I keep forgetting.
I wanted nothing more than to see my dear sister again. At the same time, I was afraid.
If you can't bring yourself to do it, I'll find out on my own. I don't care if this book doesn't belong to Carnelia. Now that I know my family's involved, I'm not going to sit around doing nothing. Even if you're telling me not to, I'm doing it. So, no use trying to stop.
No, we'll open it together.
And this is happening within Pendle Square. I can't let my personal feelings keep me from handling the matter. And I truly want to know. As for who Carnelia truly was, well, fine. Goes. I should be able to break the seal in no time. What? What is going on? Belle, what's happening? Don't worry. I was just caught off guard. What the? Some kind of weird force eye. Claire, watch out! Belle, explain what's going on. Damn it. Claire, listen carefully. This book. Bye, Belle. I guess never mind, we got sucked in.
Belle?
Belle!
Place. Is it Pendle Square? What just happened? What's Belle?
What in the world is... Miss Carnelia? Carnelia? I said that name wrong. The opening page. Ah, it's a diary of her memories.
Miss Carnelia? There you are. Staring at me quite intensely.
Everything on?
No, I'm fine. No, I'm fine. Nothing's wrong. You're feeling unwell. Don't hesitate to take the day to rest. I'm sure the others wouldn't understand if I'm off. Worked that hard after all. What do you mean by that? I've worked hard. Miss Cornelia, if you don't mind, may I ask you something? How long has it been since I came to where? That's something unusual. You approached me out of nowhere and you said that you wanted to become my maid. That was already a month ago. No, it's been a month since I became a maid. Clara, are you alright? You sure you're alright?
Alright, Ariel, I need to do that way. Yes, I'm fine. I was simply lost in thought for a moment. I'm giving them both British accents or like European accents. In my head at the very least. I don't know if I'm doing it correctly. Apologies. I'll make sure it won't interfere with my duties. My duties. Please assign my next test. As for for that, thanks to all your hard work, there's nothing urgent at the moment. In that case, I could help with pruning the garden. Come to think of it, I just asked one of the other maids to clear the leaves by the entrance. To finish it much more quickly for help. Mind helping? Just leave me to Carnelia? Really appreciate it. Just be sure to tell me if you ever feel overwhelmed. Thank you. Oh, and once you're finished, please return to the lobby, alright? Oh, yes, understood. So it's only been a month since Battle Square. And somehow Miss Carnelia is present. But how I look at it, this is... Help? Honestly, Love of Star is going on. Not only am I stuck in some place that may or may not be real, it's Candle Square of all places. Plus, that fake-looking sister of mine is running around acting like the Master Maid. For some reason, I'm actually following his orders. Don't worry, it isn't just you. Huh? Oh, huh? Clara? Wait, making sure, you're the real Clara. And I suppose that means it exists as well? Come to think of it, it was. The doppelganger that disappeared when I hit it. Oh, yep. Huh. Figures. The fact that you bring that up tells me you're Clara. But surprise at all. Just ran into a projection of the past after all. I did. But judging from what you just said, I believe we end up in the past too, right? Of course. My sister, Carnelia, still serving as the Master. Unless I've completely lost my mind and none of this kill, then it has to be the past. If this is from what was when Miss Carnelia was Master Maid, then you. What was it like when you was as if you never met me before? Carnelia, is that really you? Oh, you're the one I asked to. So it appears. Carnelia, it's me, Belle. Truncate. Visitor seat and arrive at. Complete, thorough, and don't miss a single spot. So it wasn't like she. No, it was more like the concept of me being her sister. It could help us understand. What? Oh, she's gonna tell you to clean up thing. Why are you looking at me like that? There's someone who's complaining so much. Oh, sorry, need drink. There's someone who's complaining so much, you're awfully quick to obey your system. I forgot how to do a British accent, or my European accent. Shut up! Just felt like I couldn't say no. I can relate. Miss Carnelia was always gentle with instructions. Somehow her words carried an undeniable authority that compelled people to listen. Something I've always admired about her. Sure, definitely not like a certain someone who yells at people non-stop. I'm still lacking in many respects. Then again, it can't be helped when certain people are always looking for this test. It becomes even harder not to raise my voice, don't you think?
Right, anyways, let's take a moment to think of the situation. Based on the situation, that's past. But we cannot be certain where you've actually traveled back in. Might be him, or perhaps we've entered a world really created. As for where we are now, how to return, the clues are far too, which is fun. Part where she told us to return to the lobby after. That's what you're getting at, right? Correct. Since it was one of her instructions, our best lead is to do exactly as told. Surprising, reckless plan coming from you. Or not, I'm not always obsessed with outcomes. Just X'd it out. Sometimes you just need to adjust to what does you have. I shouldn't do it like that. That's cool. For you to say. Not that I have much of a choice. Not that I have much choice, but to go along with your plans. Really did get out of guess, don't you? For all your complaining, you're funny really finished. Constantly complaining. Unnecessarily picky. Unnecessarily pickily. Obsessed with the buying outrageous expensive stones. You never stop until it yells at you. Still, for all your faults, you always get the job done. Shut up! I have my reasons. Was that supposed to be an insult or a compliment? Either way, we're done here. We can head back. Sun's going down. Can't even listen. Honestly, the past isn't all that different. I don't know much about the time when Carnelia was a Master Maid, but everything looks almost the same. Probably right about that. With Saviors constantly coming and going, there was not much room for drastic change. Besides, those returning might find it unsettling if everything changed. Really thinking about everything, huh? Way to consider it for your own good. Quiet, just go open the door already. Huh? What? Wasn't this door leading towards from the garden to the lobby? Yes, I thought, well, this the training ground? You two over there! What's all that noise first thing in the morning? Wait, morning? All right. You two will be cleaning the. You two will be cleaning the training grounds today. Have everything cleaned by the time I return. So they're stuck in a maze. Another library. Clara, came up and I could use help. I need to update the list of this storage. Quite a lot going. I'll head over now. Once that's done, I'd like you to collect any in Cattle Square that needs repairs. Take count before sending them out to our contractor. Wait, he outsourcing repairs? That to the lizard and. Why are we talking about a lizard? When does Cattle Square have a pet lizard? Oh, right. My apologies. Odd remarks now and then. Oh, I'm sure. Oh, there it is. Well, I'm sure. I'm not sure how reassuring that is, but help. Come on. Yes, understood. God, this is the Pork Star that showed up. It's understandable. We're both used to relying on Scarlet for jobs like this. At least we didn't attract too much suspicion. Yeah, can't speak. Book falls under sanitary. Is Humanicism? So we'll store it in the lower left section. As for this, you gotta be kidding me. How'd you spend a perfect night with your maid? Ooh, who even brought this in? I suppose this sort of book collection far more frequently in the past. I was still new at the time, so I never knew about things. Would have gone through every shelf in the library. That goes without saying. Without saying, I could never allow improper behavior like that into the library. Are you sure about that? Well, that one out of the way, we should be fine here. I'll finish the catalog and mark any. I'll finish the catalog. I'll update the catalog and mark that don't meet standards. Whoever handles the task next shall be. No, Clara, don't you think you're working a bit too hard? Couldn't we just do enough to get by? Why go through spark? Just enough to get by? That's hardly an acceptable attitude for a maid of Candle Square. Regardless of what this world is, it is still Candle Square. Leaving work unfinished is unacceptable for a maid. Can't tell if that's dedication or obsession. Excuse me. What? No, I have a point. We spent the entire day doing nothing but work, and everything we were told to go somewhere or call it a day and get some rest. Spelling is the next morning, and with more work waiting for us. We're already repeating this who knows how many times. We don't even know what's going on, so why bother? That changes nothing. Even so, I won't tolerate doing assigned work carelessly. That's just cruel. Impossible. Besides, I believe I'm beginning to understand what's happening. What? Really? It's only a hypothesis. If we head back to the lobby, we'll probably end up working fast, won't we? One thing is certain, doing our assigned work moves us somewhere else. If what happens next matches my expectation, then we'll have our answers soon. Miss Cornelia. Miss Cornelia, hear me out. Remember that handsome young neighbor I mentioned before? Yes, of course. Brandon was his name, wasn't it? Yes, exactly. So about him. That's Carnelia. More importantly, what's she doing over there? I believe she's giving relationship advice. What should I do, Miss Carnelia? I forgot her voice already. What should I do, Miss Carnelia? I really want to work out things with. Well, I wouldn't say your feelings are entirely one-sided. You think so? But that doesn't rush things. That doesn't mean you should rush things. Emotions can be fickle, and emotions and affection has a way of turning vision. Remember what I told you when take a deep breath and write down my feelings down somewhere. Exactly. I believe you got this time. Give yourself time to organize your feelings. Start with some. Oh, my throat's so dry. Perhaps you should start by visiting his workshop as a customer. Visit his workshop as a customer. Oh, I never thought of it. I thought of that. And it is even giving relationship advice. I wouldn't quite call it advice. Conversations with Miss Carnelia had a way of making people open up. Open up. She knew how to make people share what was on their mind. Sounds like you know that firsthand. I suppose I can't deny that. Thank you, Miss Carnelia. Oh my, I lost track of time. I'll return to my duties now. I'll return to lobby. Oh, Clara, you've returned. Yeah, yes, I've just finished my duties. Yes. Okay. Well done, Clara. Oh my god. I was beginning to wonder about how long you've gone without rest. I apologize for that. Summer is coming. Make sure you take a proper vacation. No need to worry about anyone. I appreciate your dedication to saviors, but managing your own condition is also an aid. Oh, she got sad. Yes, good. I'm sorry for troubled you. There you bot. No need to let it wait. You're doing an excellent job. Think of it. Ever had a proper one-on-one meeting? Can we have tea together sometime? Yes. Yes. Terrible when it. Very well. You may take your leave. Face looks even worse than it does when the lizard makes. What is it? Figure something out? Was that presence of yours on the mark? Well, apparently, I believe I'm going to have Carnelia. That was so random. I don't even know what to say. It isn't true for every moment, but I clearly remember this time. I appreciate your dedication to them. But your own condition also is important. You couldn't have known since you weren't here as a maid back then. Everything we've gone through so far followed sequences of my earlier days here. Soon after arriving, I was put in charge of tending gardens. Then there was the supply storage task, the clothes repairs. A little later, I helped sort the library's collection. And sometime around then, Miss Carnelia gave me time off. Wait, then, so this world is reproducing the past as it happened? Yes. It appears to be days starting from when I first became. Of course, our presence changes things, so the details won't be perfectly identical, but I suspect the major moments and conversations may be playing out that again. Then having tea with her and the meeting happening after you return from your vacation. Right, but neither Miss Carnelia nor I had much time to spare. So I was So it was quite some time before we'd finally sit down together. A one-on-one with Carnelia, huh? Yes, the conversation itself was also quite pleasant. She spoke to me not merely as my superior, but as herself. That's a very complimentary way of saying you had a nice talk. Fair, you and small talk don't really go together. I can manage small talk on occasions. No, maybe you're right. Perhaps, aside from a few people, I suppose I haven't opened up yet. Guess there's more between you two than I realized. I suppose you know her better than I do. I did want to know her better, but she pulled away far faster than I could. He pulled away far faster than I could. And the comment's supposed to be right there. Almost as though she intended to distance herself from the very beginning. From the beginning, huh? Come to think of it, I've never heard how you first met her. Never told anyone about this. And others might think but me, it touches on a chapter I'd rather forget. From what I know, Cornelia rescued you from a life or death situation. Good.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, what's that look for? Didn't you think it's about time you told me? Me? I don't know much about her either. Though she's my sister, she was barely ever home after she became Master Maid. I wanted to understand what kind of person she really was. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. Not that I have, not that I have to tell, anyways. I'm holding you to that. I'm only telling you because I believe you can handle it now. Yeah, seriously? I said I get it. Then we'll have to go back quite a long. After all, it happened even before the period we're going to now. With a rose, wilted rose. There was once a group known as the Blue Rose Sisters. They were a reckless gang of bike hog riders who of tearing across every corner of Lava Star. Some say they can't ride even now, but their glory days are long behind them. And at the center of it all was someone known as the Thornvine Rose. Oh dang! Oh, hold up! Oh, the outfit's actually pretty nice. Is that freaking the net that I like about wearing? That's always. Also, this is all one piece. It's all just one piecing. I'm just gonna read this normally, I think. Boss, how about we carve out a new robe today, huh? Eh? Yeah, let's do it. My body's been craving a run. Like any other day, the act of writing itself was a question. Their only concerns was deciding where they would go today. Fire was not something they cared to imagine. Not everything had lost hope for tomorrow in their own. Each had lost hope for tomorrow in their own way, and so they lived by charging ahead, headlong through the today. But that day, they decided to take on the risk of the road. I'm not sure whether you're aware, but riding on unfamiliar road can be far more dangerous than it sounds. Once you pick up speed, every unfamiliar detail becomes a variable. But the thrill of overcoming those variables is what makes the risk worth taking. Huh? What's wrong with them? Boss, the pig hogs aren't responding right. More points! More points! Everyone, fall back! They had overestimated themselves. They did not know what kind of place they had chosen to race through, or how powerless they were. Boss, we're completely outnumbered. Lots of us are hurt. The pig hogs too. I forgot their voices. The helplessness of watching people get hurt, collapse, thrown in pain, the devastation of knowing that days spent simply loving the ride could end. So, and their boss, likely wearing the worst expression ever. Though she had met a cold, so faded, until she met a cold, empty light, so faint, special one. Right? We're badly hurt. I like how they had 3 different exact moment. Also, she was wearing something. I was like, it was covered up with that shape. She's wearing her bandage strap. I don't know what it's called. Take it from here. The rest to us. Maids of Candle Square are here. Why had the maid why have the maids come all the way here? They're capable. What was going to happen now? Thornvine of the Blue Rose could not think of me at all. All she could do was watch,
days as a savior in front of her, lived up to her title as she helped the others. Carnelia, the numbers of void burns appears to exceed our initial estimate. Shall we continue the operation as planned? Did you contact Polaris regarding this matter? Yes, we requested support from the observation search team observers. They'll arrive in approximately 8 minutes. That will do. Our priority is getting these. Aides of Capital Square, hear me. Our destination is beyond the ridge ahead to the emergency team's position. During the escort, minimize combat with the voidborn, prioritize defense over offense. Once we reach that point, we'll hold out until the observation search team arrives. I'll take the lead. Everyone ready? Fall in line. Fall in behind me. Let's move. May there be dawn at the end of this long night. Oh, is this straight to battle? So are we just gonna play as Carnelia or him? Yeah, we can do autoplay.
영원한 자유를 얻게 해드리죠. 긴 밤의 끝에 영원히 있기를. 그림자가 되어 비로소 안식이 찾아올지니. 한 발 더 나아갈 수 있겠어요.
I gotta lie, that was actually pretty cool. It would be cool if they did a little animation for that, but like, I guess for effect build, you want. What in the? What was that? That was awesome. That was awesome. I'm completely smitten. Good, more or less settle things. How are things on your end? All clear. The voidborn on our side has been eliminated with the help of the observers. The area should remain clear of voidborn for a while. Ah, that's a relief. I would like to extend my gratitude to the observers as well. No need. This is our duty to begin with. The numbers multiplied so fast that even our servers couldn't keep up. Observations. We didn't expect you to act before we could and handle the initial response. And to think the Master Maid herself would lead the operation herself. Please, don't hesitate to call on us if something like happens again. Now then, we'll escort the citizens back in withdrawal. Oh, understood. Thank you again for your assistance. Once the voidborns had been dealt with, the maids returned to their respective duties. Some returned to their work at Kendall Square, while some stayed behind to assist with additional risks. Some escort members of the Blue Rose hospitals. Wait, you're taking us all the way to the hospital? Aren't there other ways to take care of? Other things to take care of? Yeah. But right, that's quite alright. And the square has many capable maids besides myself. Looking after help is part of what it means to be a maid. Unfortunately, our infirmary doesn't have enough room to everyone. So we'd like to take you to the best hospital we can arrange. Carnelia, the name and title etched into the boss's mind. It was then that the boss first started looking towards tomorrow. Wanting to become like someone else was a feeling the boss of a reckless biker gang had never known before. I know it's supposed to read that in Carol's and Charlotte. Clara? In Clara's voice? My brain just not remember names. And in the end, that very boss showed up at Kendall Square to meet Carnelia. As soon as she met the woman she was searching for, she fell to her knees. That's how it happened, isn't it? I remember asking people not to spread rumors about it, but I suppose it didn't help. I don't know the full story either, only the person involved with
know what really happened. But not deny what you say. Besides, it seems you already know it. Know already. Already. Did you even miss those days afterward? Or wish you never became at all? It would be a lie to say I never missed the past. The sense of the wind, pumping of my heartbeat, those things are easily forgotten. Oh, oh, oh. It was a much simpler time, more primal way of living than the life I have now. One where ability choice weighs on me. But another one. No matter what, I never felt the future the boss dreamt of back then, much different from who I am now, and I hope to become. You're such an idiot. That's basically is that basically a compliment when you say it? Shut up. We're making it sound like some cheesy backstory romance. I never said anything like that. So you told my sister about all of this during your private conversation? Maybe. I believe so. Seriously? Maybe. After remembering everything else? I have no defense for that. I was extremely nervous. Yeah? Also, the very next day at Oak, he was gone from Times Square. Things became so chaotic afterwards that nobody had time to... Ah, my neck. So, the day before she disappeared, I see. This book is literally that was created then. Clara, if we're going to reliving the past exactly as it happened, it seems reach the same conclusion I did. This situation we're experiencing inside the Black Book. If this isn't about traveling through time, more about living a record, then the Black Book was Carnelia's journal. Yes, or perhaps it's something like a candle square work log she left behind. She's gone through multiple days worth of events, never anything after. And since we're part of Conspiracy back then, this created world doesn't recognize your existence. That explains that. That explanation does line up. Wait. Then how are we supposed to get out of here? Finish the talk. Does that mean we have to experience the past day by day until we get to our last? Nothing. Yes, there's a possibility. But if this world is a record left by Miss Carnelia, and every sequence is that record, you might be able to flip ahead to a day, like turning several pages at once. Well, you don't necessarily have to turn the page one by one. Very well, then let's find the Black Book inside this book. Find a book inside the book. Trying to turn the page. Definitely absurd. Otherwise, you can continue work at Candle Square for the next month. Personally, I wouldn't mind. It would be perfect chance to train you in basic security. Fine. I'll go find the book already. Let's go find the book already. Ugh, man, my throat's getting tired. Why start in her library though? Found the book. Why start in her office though? Found the book in the library. I somehow freaking put these. Whether it was personal or work related, Miss Carnelia would. Whether it was personal or work related, Carnelia wouldn't have kept a private record in the library. Guys, put the entire library catalog together long ago. True. Hear that. No way we wouldn't have missed it. And then the book we kept in the office, as she disappeared, she would have been transferring. She could have been transferred to the library while office. Without that might be that. Then it might have gone missing. Dialogue 2, only to reappear later. That's my theory. I just hope she didn't ward her office with protection spells. Did, huh? Yes, right inside the dress store. Didn't actually aim to hide it that way. Okay. Nothing. Anyways, let's break the seal and... Still. You can notice his handwriting. It is handwriting. It's like you were right. Please. Holding to a book inside. If we turn the pages toward the back... Why is it shaking? Apparently... I think we hit the mark. Oh, that's so clean! I love that. That was like, they kept the animation going, but make sure the freaking scene swapped at that moment. That felt clean. Cleaning the garden, tidying the stables, gate etiquette, Savior assistance, routine, players meet, offset. One-on-one meeting. I believe we shaking. It stopped. Does that mean we're on the right page, right? Let's hope so. I'm certain it worked. Me? Yeah. Did I startle you? Did I just hear a yeah? I wasn't startled in the slightest. What? Miss Carnelia would like to speak in a private where is she? At the Master Maid office. For myself, head there short. Please let her know. Yes, then. Why are they saying yes then? Remember that being there. Why? Clara? Yes? It looks like I'll be having that. No. The stent and epidemic. Demerol. This isn't even the real Carnelia. Why am I so nervous? Calm down, Clara. Stay composed. All you have to do is... Yeah. Did it twice. I heard you outside and came to... Go ahead. I didn't frighten you. No, I'm fine. I suppose I've been unusually jumpy today. We've all had those days like that. Shall we go inside? I'll prepare some. Yes, Miss Carnelia. Tired. My neck is stiff. I believe this is the first time we've sat down together like this. Until now, ever spoken briefly. There. Like that day. Same words, same circumstance. Yeah? Oh, my apologies. My apologies. I'm getting dizzy. Oh, my apologies. I seem to have gone a little tense. No need to be out here to gold. Think of this as a friendly conversation. I made time for it with the other maids. Somehow our schedule never aligned. We've both been busy. But now, I suppose I'm glad we finally had the chance. It's alright. I'll be lying if I said I wasn't hoping for it. Probably. With 4 points have been active nearby, you must have been working closely with the Polaris Observation Council. On top of that, we've had an unusually high numbers of our saviors physically. So of course, I knew you had little time to spare. I had no idea you noticed all of that. Those matters were mainly dates. I just picked up on them. No. I was watching, that's all. I wasn't listening in or anything, I simply noticed. That's so. To think you're so aware how candles may become fairer Master Maid than I am someday. Generous. Say so? Day off. Lexi has it. I was able to get plenty of rest, thanks. I do feel somewhat guilty taking time off ahead of
senior maids. Did did someone get up to you? That matter? I like my pants are singing. I'm just so hot right now. It's unnecessarily sweaty right now. Sorry for the minute interruption in the greeting and the commentary. Just no, no. Everything, thankfully, there wasn't. Learned that after that several complaints had actually been brought to. The question why a new made it. So the fact that it settled the matter. Settled the matter. Oh, okay. I was actually hoping to extend your patient a bit. So, I didn't want it to wait for too long. Guys, I believe about a week it was enough rest for me. I thought your vacation was long. I thought your vacation. In fact, I believe I was the one. Not that. What I meant was. But, not that. What I meant was I rested. Well, felt like. Other. Horrible. 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 Ash. Rate that as a. Perhaps. I know I should have asked sooner. Life have you. Oh, I forgot my voice. I'm getting. The heat is starting to pick up. So badly. Very much so. Very much so. Very much so. I owe much of that to you, Miss Carly. So, I suppose I paid extra. Oh, remember? Words were first was right from vine of the blue rose. Miss Carnelia, about what happened back then? That day. Sorry, reflecting. Where? Looked worn out and tattered, as though you. I could never forget the look in your eyes when your eyes held something and me. Desperation. Was that the reason you took in? Because I looked desperate? Many people desperate in their own doing so. But I saw something else in your eyes. Will to keep living. Desire for. Your eyes shine so bright, like stars in the night sky. For some reason, eyes filled me with a bit of envy. Envy? Yes, may even have been a little jealous. How could that be? Of all people. I'm not nearly as remarkable as you imagine me to be. This happened before. But this happened before. That the same thing did back then. Time, I assume, humble. I worried you would eventually be disappointed by the image created you by the image you created. Of course, it isn't that I care any less for the work for the other maids of perhaps I envy little more than that. Or I can stop worrying about you. Even after hearing you said, "Harvey, I didn't want you." Why? Why would you say stuff like that way? Goodness me. I intend your thoughts, but I end up speaking about myself. I'm losing the voice, but I'm getting tired. Fuck. I don't mind. I'd rather hear more about you. More from you. I hear more from you. Please, tell me more about yourself. Very well, but Lockjaw, it's done. I promise. There will never, but there will never be a next time. Oh, but there was never a next time. Clara? My apologies. Miss Carnelia, please forgive me. I just lost my composure for him. Alright. Alright. Will absolutely be a next. Just good. Oh, that reminds me. You still have that book I gave you? Yes, of course I do. I also remember telling me to read this book if I ever thought through. If I ever thought things over through and through, but am still not sure what to do. Good. Good. That alone is I can't say it will always, but I'm sure it will help you. If it's you, Clara, I'm sure you can manage. Carnelia, Miss Carnelia, here's, before we finish, I'd like to ask, have you ever made one at campfire? A secret you do? And if I or anyone else were to learn that secret, every person's heart.
Ooh, that's a good line.
Those doors hold memories, feelings. Difficulties. Everyone uses.
Oh my god, that's actually clever. I actually haven't heard anyone ever use this type of word. But you're still.
Some keep it locked tight. Some organized. Some carefully organized. Some carefully organized. And some leave it chaos. Naturally, some people wish for others to build everything hidden inside their door. Yet,
Yeah, my voice is. I'm losing it. I'm getting tired.
that people who insist on hiding even a secret. Perhaps they fear revealing their darkest side to the people they cherish. Perhaps they want to be remembered in ugly, left behind resentment. Carnelia, does that mean you also... Forgive me, Clara, but I cannot respond to that question. So we end today's meeting. Thank you for Clara. Till next time.
Oh. Your red eyes really made it look like you're a rabbit. A bunny suit would suit you perfectly. What good does it do to unload all of that on someone who isn't real? This isn't how it happened in the past, right?
Back then, I never imagined Miss Carnelia would be gone. Talking with her was enough to be happy. Now, I know how it ends. That she was here and everything that happened afterward. So, I'm taken.
Are you okay?
Huh? If you're worried about me, I must have looked worse than I thought. As for the other maids, don't. Of course, I'll keep it a secret. Could you turn a blind eye onto once in garden? Belle? Absolutely not. How dare you try to use my weakness to blackmail me? I'll be correcting your attitude from the ground up. Wait, hey, I mean it like that. I only meant to erase the tension. Anyways, this is the final day in the record. Miss Carnelia should be leaving Candle Square soon. We don't know for certain that reaching the end of the book will return us to reality, but the spell is built around the book as its median would likely follow a fine pattern.
It should either return to the beginning or end and let us out. I'd rather not start all over. Beginning. Well, right. I was starting to think something was off. It's on a setting, but nothing has happened yet. Since the record is built around duties, it should be ending now that the day's work's done. Then there must be more to written. Last entry Miss Carnelia left behind. See it through to the end. That concludes today's work. Well done, everyone. Yes, Miss Carnelia. I'll be staying late in my office tonight, so night watch. Please tell everyone to rest well. But Miss Carnelia, I couldn't possibly leave that to you. But alright. I can take care of the rest, take care of it while I'm working. Besides, I know everyone has how busy we've been lately. Just make sure no one goes out during the night. Are you sure that's alright? Sure, that's right. I want to do it that way. Certainly, Miss Carnelia. Iron. You heard that? Sounds like she tends to stay by herself. So she could prepare to leave? That may be the case, or if she intended to meet a specific someone. Either way, it seems she chose to leave as a record. Sarah, back when I left for art gun, remember what you said to me back then? To encounter it. This is where they should have just left this line here. It doesn't link to the storyline. Chapter 4. Oh wait, no, I said chapter 5. This is chapter 4. What am I talking about? I just made my realization just now. To encounter. As it may. Those were the words no matter the situation, fellow maid, support them. And if they stray from the right, do not, our answer remains. You have to bring her back to the right path. But if Carnelia already expected to fall down the wrong path when she wanted to stop her, I think she would stop her. I wish that that's one of her bad habits. Always talks in circles. And trying to shoulder everything on her. And we'll have to ask her. Good. So, guide her back to the right path. Right. Let's go bid farewell to that reminder of the past. Or do I have like 1 or 2 more? God, there's 4 more? How was gonna be done? God damn it. Emergencies always happen at the worst time. Luke, no, give me the exact location. Northwestern edge of Noah. At this, arrive within 5 minutes. Oh god. More importantly, fine barrier. This is way beyond a normal emergency. Penny. Exactly why I warned you. The fact that the barrier by a lady of power like this has never happened before. In other words, whoever did this is willing to stand against the Grand Witch herself. But something feels off. I mean, if you mess with the fine barrier, of course people like us are going to show up. Very discerning. Quiet. Here, fighting the time. That is certainly strange. Strong enough to target the fine barrier, yet they made no preparation at all. Maybe we're dealing with nothing more than an arrogant fool. No matter who did it, tampering with the divine barrier is a serious crime. Unless a passing squirrel scratched it with its claw, yeah, obviously not. Miss Roberta, Miss Roberta, Blue, over there. Someone's lying on the ground. I'm glad Minaru got some screen time. Again, as a Naru stan, I freaking look. Observers. Luckily, they don't seem to badly hurt. They're just unconscious. Seems like the work of Ford Force. Doesn't seem like the work of Ford Force, does it? Yes. Since we're so close to Noah, there would have been reports if Fordborns were involved. Besides, there was no abnormal reading in the reported area. But if this wasn't caused by the Voidborn, the culprit must be someone strong enough to observers. What if we're dealing with some absurd strong savior? Vinny, how many times have I told you not to rely on pure instinct without actual proof? She's correct though. What? That's weird. So when it's folded forward, I guess I didn't like my freaking voicing. And absurdly strong. Hey, Carnelia? Huh? No, nothing. No, it's nothing. I was just thinking about something. Anyways, all right then. Naru? Yes, Miss Roberta. Yes, Miss Roberta. Yes, Miss Roberta. I can't say her name for some reason. Contact headquarters. Let them know 2 observers have been incapacitated. Keep an eye on them and get them to a secure location. With our smart little rookie watching our backs, you and I can focus on the front line. Oh, what's that? Hey, Captain! You finally recognized my talent. Of course, something this simple is child's play for a super genius like me. I'll get in touch with headquarters right away. You discover the proper way to deal with her. More or less. Things ahead might be. We're about to come face to face with whoever touches my barrier. Greetings, observer. Orbital search team 3. I had a feeling she was. Wow. You've got to be kidding me. Look who it is. Whoa. I always get whoa and wow confused. That is wow. Yeah, it's like wow. Wow, I was right. Why don't you see? Brain just turned off again. My brain keeps turning off. Please stop breaking, brain. Please, for like 2 seconds. Oh. It's Roberta. That's right. Dude. Sure. Fancy seeing you again. Hell of a way to announce your return. I thought we'd meet again like this. Carnelia. I feel like that's better. We need to be soon. My business done. No attention on business. Alright. Already done. Alright then. You're not here to fight, then answer me this. Wait. I like how this version shows like she has less emotion. Wants to seem like a puppet. A tool. Carnelia, former Master Maid of Candle Square. What exactly did you do to the Divine Barrier? What you've done here is unprecedented in Nora. There's no example to compare this to, and no proper basis to judge the situation. Gosh, what the heck? Why did my voice change? Fuck's sake! if this were just a minor interference, there might still be room for discussion. But something tells me it's more serious than that. And on top of that, the one responsible is none other than you, Carnelia. So I doubt this is some innocent misunderstanding. Well, very well now. I would think it's impossible for a mere savior and fugitive like myself to harm Grand Maid. I like how she never used that smile whatsoever at all during her time she would say good Carnelia. There doesn't seem. What did you do to find barrier? At least for now, nothing will occur. Let's say I merely planted a small figures. You surely have no intention of explaining yourself. Carnelia, you're coming into custody. You can explain the rest once we're back at Noah. Why is there a comma here? Question mark. Yeah, question. No, not question. Okay, question. Apostrophe. There it is. Why is there a apostrophe there? Wish. Huh? Found two rivers collapsed on the way here. They weren't seriously injured. Simply incapacitated. Now you're just standing here without blood is smile. It almost feels like you've been waiting for. You're right. I have no intention of trying anything. But hey. Go away. We'll be taking custody of her. That's a big chain. That's a large chain. Sorry, you can. Knows where she. You know she's inside her office. What's she doing? No idea. But it sounds. It's not like we can barge in and ask. Maybe we can look through the door gap or hold. That's what it takes. No. Visitor. One entered. That. Dark. Yes. Let's. Sound from here on. I know. I can manage that much. Fine. Judgment is slow for the Master Maid. Where? The matter. Don't you? You carried out my quest so. How does it? Which of favoritism? Favoritism. I believe I keep enough patient in. All about it. Spoke that ends the cycle created by that comment. I feel like I should give her like more of a higher pitch because everyone's like pretty deep. You, Carnelia, are the walking pierced. It's not because you did. No, nothing because not because you. It was only that still believe have the flowers you tend so carefully ever seen the art especially from someone who weighs something as trivial as love against what? Something as trivial as love. Oh, favoritism. Yeah, love. Indeed, that thing called love, which you long for all your life, yet could never feel. But I'm certain she was loved by her sister and all that. But if anything, it was a sense of life, love of life. What you want to do? Yes, whether I intervene or not, this will make your choice. And when that happens, you will be forced to everything. No one will recognize your suffering. No one will show you a way out. Will that truly be the better choice for you? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what right to do. Or you're asking me to find injustice. If this if this was were just some shallow game of becoming a villain, I wouldn't have bothered. What I want from you is simple. Accept the truth. Do that, and I shall give you what you desire most. There are three ways by which you may die. I shall explain two of them first. Third, if you fail to die through either of the two first methods, lend your strength to destroy the cycle of it is the final way for you to die. Waste your two chances. The world will perish along with it. Let us begin with the method through which you finally die. The part of the star. Wait, turns itself inside it's. I see. So that's how it is. Finally die. That's what it. So that. So that was it. Belle. Belle. Of course, you were chosen. You were close by all along, so it was never far away. Path to my death, into my freedom. Looks like you finally believe me. Being something, one must possess the strength worthy of it. I shall grant you that as well. I bit my lip just now. This is Lights of Dawn, symbol of the symbol of the Master Maid. Possesses the power to attune the heart of the star. An artifact that keeps the heart of the star under control through and balance. But imagine if it becomes the exact opposite. What if it ceases to attune, instead brought Thornton? This now Thornton's. So power. So this power of distortions. The entire world expects you to serve as a form of attunement. Yes, this is the power more fitting. I would think this arrangement suits perfectly. Fair exchange, just the sort that woman with delineating ideas would. Yes, that cursed fairness. Love everyone is no different. True. Happiness of the masses is always built upon someone that must sacrifice. Will you carry that weight? Will you carry out your duty with my quest? Oh, dear master. Believe me. As we go, I'd like you to explain what exactly you want to do. Leave this place behind, are you? So, you think it'll be easy to cast it all aside as hollow hypnotism? Because you believe they would never understand? No, I have no desire to explain. Guys, in the end, it really was all hypnotism. I was broken for a very long time. I simply held the other title of I managed. I see. Then the one carrying out this request will be. That's the Master Maid. That's myself. God, my legs hurt. My cheeks are hurting from just. I need to stand up real quick. Guessing it all. Hello. Still to. Shut your eyes, shut. Wasn't lying. Lying is. Belle, are you alright? Yes. Quit staring at me like that. Quit staring at me like you worried. I sorted out those feelings long ago. I was simply curious, and now curiosity my fault. That's so. Glad to hear it. Now that we know what happened to us. Carnelia. Belle, hear that just now? That sound? Like something breaking? What's happening? Belle, is this another spell from the Rice family? We don't have any freaking spell like this. I don't know what this is, but we need to get out of here. What do you mean by here? Office. Oh, Counter Square itself. And what are we supposed to find out once we leave? I don't know either. Belle, run for the front gate. I'm trying. Can't you see I'm sprinting here? Come on. Get out. Let's just get out of here first. Then we'll. Ooh, I love this type of fucking thing. I love the storyline from the counter side. Broken World. It's so good. Flowers, they never disappear. Wait. Huh? What is now? What? What is it? What the hell is this? What even is this place? Nothing. Emptiness. Belle. Out. Yes, I do sense something, but I just can't make out. How do I put this? Feels comfortable and unsettling it all at once. Hello, Carnelia. Cloudy, or illusion. Perhaps you. Mental realm, created from the remnants of someone's. So, no, this place wasn't created through Rice family. The Rice family's magic, nor artificially. Carnelia? It's been a while, Mail. Since what happened back at Argon. You're not the version from the book. It's really you. Guys, good to see you. Just as place is remnants of threat left behind by Carnelia, former. Like his own space there, all brought with existence, which by the past report. No, exactly what I. Though it's not true. Everything she said, which even the quest she gave you as well. It all tell me, Claire. Now, actually, I'll carry out my responsibility as the Master Maid of Counter Square. Many still wonder what became of the former Master Maid. Whether your departure was normal or hypocritical, nothing makes no difference. I will tell everyone the truth. They may
fight for themselves. I understand you. I doubt many will believe a story about you, but that you put me at. After I left you, as you transition on the at the heart of the star. Loud. Picture loop Hall was the key. I decided to use it as an option. New Bell would realize what was happening there, involved the Ray's family, Exoman, and even if Douglas planned all this from the start. Past that, I found myself curious about the captain as well. Admittedly, getting to know him was unexpected. But in the end, I used him. And then, why are you here? Where are you now? Belle and I could go after you. Berta? Astral Sanctum. What are they doing there? Belle? I am in Nora right now. What? Certainly, I'll be meeting Lady Alicia herself. Then the emergency Berta mentioned you back then. Related to you as all along? Writing a journal is more than taking. Writing a journal is writing a paper. For that day left behind in those pages. That is precisely what allowed you to come here through my journal. My approach to cause what remained, which in turn affected where as well. Don't be ridiculous. Fine, I get that you came back as you please. I get that you came back as you please. And after all that, you just let yourself get caught? There's no need. There's no way you do that. What are you really after? Everything at this point, part of the favor, promise, favoritism. All that is left. Wait. This, my role is complete. Now all I have to do. So the reason why she became a savior, or why she became a playable character, was a villain was. I love how the music was still playing after that. Carnelia, yeah, I still can't tell what kind of person you are. I spent so long looking up to you, all in the image. I thought I would understand you by the time close enough to touch shadow. I moved beyond my reach again. The version of you I've faced had become bitter. Every act. Hypocrisy. And now I can no longer tell what is exactly the kind of moment of being unsure of what to do, even after thinking. In fact, I might never understand. No matter how long manual only tells us what to do, not what the meaning to understand. Clara, that is why, as someone who once looked up to, no, as someone who was once the youngest maid, as someone who cared deeply, I will do as the manual instructs. No matter the situation, trust your. And if they stray from the right path, don't hate them. Once we're back, come to your aid. Guide you back to the road. Hey, must have gradual back. Carnelia, let see us the world. Then when we do, talk again. Clara and I
come for you, whether you're an astral sanctum or any. It would be nice if that. Actually, perhaps I should hope for that. After all, I have so much to talk. As I said, the world consists of various remnants. And among those remnants, there's is also custodians. Custodians? I can't say that right. Dissonant. Oh, it's really called dissonant. I was always dissonant. Oh, it's not. Oh, weird. I always thought it was an O, not an A. Dissonant. Weird. I always S-A-S-O-N always ends up being weird because a dissonant. I mean, not A. I. You always say it with an I or like a type sound or whatever. That being like sin, like sun, sin. So I always say my name is with the that. Oh, let's see. Anyways, light of the dawn, the light of the dawn, the light of dawn. Artifact of Master Maid. Originally held power to it. It allows power to be stabilized, preventing it falling out of control. Savior's first step. The light of dawn, symbol of Master Maid, possesses the power to charge the star. As an artifact that kept the part of the star under balance. But imagine if it becomes the exact opposite. What if it oh, and instead bring this? I honestly cannot think of a good voice for her. Just like she's I have like several low characters. It hurts. The power I used to in Argon to break the part of the star and Mongolus was. My voice hurts. Power of this still lingers in both my journal and the projection of the past. Of course, I hadn't reacted until. You mean? Just as Belle and I entered this world through your journal, distance left in it. Looking to be exact, the unstable memories and thoughts of Virgin Carnelia lingered. I amplified the distance grow stronger, closer. No. Now, it seems that the remnants are trying to become the owner of the place. What? Wait a second. How many times has this place shaken already? Miss Carnelia! Once the self-proclaimed owner is defeated, both of you will return. Yeah, reality. Then, I want this world gone as well. Allow me to lend you a hand. Oh my voice. I'll drink some water. Let them think.
자, 이곳으로 영원한 자유를 얻게 해드리죠. 새겨도 삶의 마지막 풍경이니까. 개인적인 감정은 없습니다.
Oh, she was much higher pitched. That was much higher pitched, but I don't know, I kinda like that.
긴 밤의 끝, 연인이 있길. 어둠 속의 안심. 원칙대로 처리하자. 빛을 따라가세요. 받아들이도록 해. 정신을 차리게 해드리죠. 잠들 시간이야. 길을 안내해드리죠. 영원히 기다리고 있어. 따끔할 겁니다. 자, 이곳으로 영원한 자유를 얻게 해드리죠. 끝나지 않는 밤을 비춰드리죠. 이걸로 하나 더 빛을 거두었군요.
Bell! 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 Ah, fuck, my voice hurts. Bell! Bell. Bell, watch out! I can't handle this much. Greatly. I knew that about Bell from our last meeting. Clara. It's hardly worth it. I had to make up for your absence. That thing called itself the owner. That thing called itself the owner is gone for good. Seems like it was just a last-ditch effort. Some shall begin farm. But now, not much time shall pass in the should be brief of taking naps. That side, Carnelia, you, well, given that I am still not gonna tell us what you did you? Whatever. No matter what you're planning, I'll go speak with self if I have to. Bell. Can't get my tone right. It really hurts. I don't care what it takes. I'll find a way to meet you and ask everything myself. When that happens, you better not hide anything from me. Of course, Bell. At that point, I suppose I'll have no choice. Let's go slow, guy. It won't take long. Please wait for us until then. Bye. Yeah. Aww. Once I was loved by many. Oh, no, there's not such. Goodness, already mastered the entire hexmancy manual? Miss Carnelia is clearly the one to become the heiress of the family. What is she of hexaman? How can Miss Carnelia, so kind, beautiful? Did you hear? Here, the Nora branch was named the best candle square on all of Lavstar. It's all thanks to Miss Carnelia, of course. Perfect Master Maid. Both my title, my heart. It was time when I felt clean. Held on. Building. And Carnelia. But one day, I want to be like you. I want to be like you. One goes. The one I had rescued before. I had to push her away. I had to tell her not to become like me. That nothing really worth admiring me. Please let there be an image. Ah, no, I meant like an art image. That would have been really nice to see like Clara in like base outfit. But this is probably what she gave her the book. But like her outfit, like her Blue Rose outfit. That would be really nice to see. They showed it. They could easily have just given us that. Well, kind of. Anyways, Clara, make sure you can book. Started If you thought it over, through and through, but are still unsure of what to do, read this book. But I couldn't push it away. All I wanted was not follow my path. Then, I safely died. Perhaps, say, far into the future, someone might reach out and stop. I hope I.
Ah, man. Two more. Two more chapters.
Clara! Clara, can I come in? Oh, Roberta, I heard you woke up. So, I came by. How are you feeling?
I'm changing her voice so many times.
Alright, thanks to you. Belle has already completed up and left the infirmary. As for me, the teammates keep telling me to bed. I haven't been charged yet. Can't help worrying. Without me, they're more capable of.
I'm not doing her tone right now because of my phone.
What's wrong with that? The opportunity to rest and recharge. I should have come sooner, but things suddenly got. It's all right. I know you've been out for me. So, have things been handled? Yes, to some extent. The incident at Candle Square was officially as the doppelganger. Summarized it as a phenomenon caused by the power of dissonance, leaking from the Black Book. And about the Black Book, right? Carnelia's journal. I mean, we took it in and investigated pretty thoroughly. Just as we thought, there was no trace of void force, like in early cases. Instead, there's expected something closer to powerful emotions, feelings. It was too abstract for analysis, so I just took it as a concept. Flashback. Carnelia, broken, very long. Another one, including light. Powerful emotions, or unresolved feelings. Given who the book belonged to, may not be far from the truth. How has Miss Carnelia been since then? Nothing unusual. She's quiet. I expected as much when she said to let herself be taken in without resistance. Acts like someone who has fulfilled her duty completely, with no wants or left. Well, Alicia placed her under special supervision. At this time, I can't assess the matter unless Polaris placed under special supervision. That's how it is. Sorry. I know that wasn't what you wanted to hear. No, it's all right. I'm grateful you told me this much. Maybe the former Master Maid, but she is at the center of an unprecedented. I think even Belle would understand that much. Though she will complain as usual. Good. Then that's a relief. Honestly, you two worried me the most, considering your connection with at the latest all. If you and Orbital Search Team 3 hadn't assisted us, we likely couldn't have managed it ourselves. It was the first time something like this happened inside Candle Square. Things worked out in the end, and at least now there's a precedence. If anything similar happens again, we'll be much better prepared. Team 3 is available whenever you need us. Oh, it's Roberta. Where's Team 1 and 2? What does the other teams look like? I think they might add some more to that, because that's like an add-on. I'll come see you at your office when I have a moment. I also need to express my gratitude, Miss Lou. Sure. I'll pass that along to Lou. Luke. Oh, right. I almost forgot to give this back. The light of the dawn. Keep it safe. The analysis team says the negative power appears to be gone, but they said to be careful. So never know. Strictly speaking, our team
should retain custody, since it belongs to the former Master Maid. I thought it was right to return it to Candle Square's acting. Thank you, Roberta. I keep saying Rebellia though. It's Roberta. Alright. I'll head out now. Talk to you again soon. Oh, we get the first form. Ability, and tranquility. Power to unravel and destroy what it touches. So, power to create a small fracture. Power in fine barrier. I was told the fracture is possible to 100%. Or rather, ooh, now this is an image shot. How'd you call it? Specialist. Really, Grandmaster. Really, the Grand Witch of Fairness didn't summary me. I'm on a little inch. Even if the astral sanctum failed to observe my approach to Noah, I suspect you to unfold this way, Lady Alicia. Or am I mistaken? Oh, my brain's kicking in. Already knew, you say. Just how much do you think I would not dare guess. All knowing fairness would be. I may have betrayed virtue and justice because I had to, but that does not make me any more. But I do know that seeing truth and still intervene, your principle, fairness. So that is what you believe. So that is what you believe. You think the former Master Maid, once followed by admiration and praise, was victory. I know you are hiding. Lady Alicia. The burden I was forced to bear because of that secret. And now I have. I'm sure you know better than anyone. Did I say the wrong one? Yeah. I did tell her the best. And yet, this is where it led in the end. Earlier, you asked why I called you. I forgot how I did Alicia's voice a while ago. Like, I did more Prime, but like, I feel like more this is natural. Very well. Allow me to answer. I certainly did not summon someone so esteemed, just for some for some theatrical interrogation game. Since you have completed the request of one witch, allowing another witch to make one of her own. Wait, what? Allow another witch to make one of her own. Yes, you said. Yes. I asked this not of the Master Maid, but of Carnelia. What I offer is not an apology for the life we're forced to endure. Just as one witch once made a request with compensation found accessible, agreeable. Can't speak again. I am simply offering the same. Whether you accept the compensation and whether you accepted the request because of it, entirely yours to decide. What can you offer her if she wants death? Or at least break the curse? Perhaps you believe you have fulfilled your role. No, that is not the case. The wind is blowing from the west. Oh, the next storyline is about the west, so we're going to see the western frontier liberation. It will not be long before the veil is, which means we should begin preparing on our side. Why was that such an open-ended question? Open-ended. Come on. Don't leave us hanging with that. Anyways, that was the reading of... I have no idea how to say this yet. Sonati. Go look how. Apparently it's a Japanese or a French word. I don't know. Google gave me multiple choices on it. Choice. Sonati. Sonati. That's not me. Oh, is that really what the word is? Huh. Oh, that's why it's so soft. Okay, that's clever. So, Sonati, or the Forgotten. Oh, it's all. Let me go back to do my thing, my outro. Anyways, this is Sonati for the Forgotten's reading. I'm so sorry for my reading. Freaking my voice started breaking so much because of how many times I had to keep switching between tonage quickly. Man, voice acting, people who can do readings well between characters is just, you guys always have a respect, and I always thought that. Anywho, anybody came by, thank you for watching, listening, and or lurking, and I'll see you guys in the next story. Later. Such a good song. I need to go find the OS of this thing.